Hi everyone. I've been wanting to make a video for you. I haven't been doing that as much for a while since I'm not currently producing a podcast. And I've been wanting to tell you, first of all, a little bit more about the transition from the School for Humans and Earth to the Alight Institute. I absolutely loved the School for Humans and Earth. I loved the name. It meant a lot to me. But I would have people tell me it was long, that it was hard to understand. And as I have evolved and my work has evolved, I realized that it was time for a lighter, more agile name. And also for me to step away from the podcast, which I love doing, but it is really time consuming. And I realized over the last year or so that what I really want to do in the amount of time that's available to me right now for this work is to more directly assist you with being whatever kind of transformative presence you want to be in our world. The podcast may return at some point, but again, I felt this calling not just to be giving you ideas and information about ways that other people are being transformative presences, but I wanted to give anyone who is interested some much more direct focused support with what does that look like for you. So for that reason, I am really, really excited about the coaching and healing sessions that I've been offering. Their aim is to support you in being whatever kind of presence you want to be on our planet at this time, whatever kind of healing, regenerative, peacemaking, nurturing presence you want to be. As I always say, that might be in your household, in your neighborhood, in your town, in your region or your country, or maybe on a global scale. But if you are looking around at our world's crises and feeling that you want to make a new or a different contribution to bringing humanity and our planet into harmony and humans into harmony with one another so that we make Earth a place of true flourishing, it would really be my joy to support you through a coaching or healing session. And you can sign up for a while. I'll keep this available for at least a couple months, maybe longer. You can sign up for a free 15-minute inquiry session if you want to just touch base with me about what an hour-long healing or coaching session might look like. I've been wanting to share a little bit more too. I know I've said some things about this in the newsletter this year, but I've been wanting to say a little bit more about this experience I'm having of coming out publicly as a healer. That's been very challenging for me because I have a lot of academic training and I still work in an academic career. And I have many people in my life who do not really respect the intuitive or spiritual approaches or arts. I have experienced a really intense multi-year journey regarding feeling safe doing the work of my heart. So if you are experiencing that also, and maybe you don't want to be a spiritual practitioner, but you just want to be more of your authentic self in your workplace, I really have a lot of empathy and sympathy for you and a lot to offer you. My intuitive and spiritual abilities had been coming forward for years, but it really wasn't until 2024 that I started having the courage to offer them publicly. And one thing I want to share with you is that now that I'm starting to do this more publicly, I feel so much relief. And I want to offer you that because if there's some way where you're looking at our broken world and all the pain and conflict, and you know in your heart or your soul that you can help, you have a contribution to make, but you're afraid people are going to tamp you down or deride you or criticize you, I want to share that I really am feeling a lot of joy and relief about being more of my true self openly. I do sometimes still feel wary about what people may think or say about me, but mostly I am feeling so grateful that I have let that weight of concealment drop. I have been sensitive, intuitive, and highly aware since childhood. It's who I am meant to be in this lifetime. And so letting myself be seen in that way and serving in that way is definitely edgy, but it is also deeply liberating. And I want that for you. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're coming out with spiritual skills, but maybe you want to come out with advocacy for nature or peacemaking skills. I'm watching clients walk their own version of this same path. Some are finding that it is possible to share their heart-centered, wise views more vocally in their workplaces. Others are finding that their colleagues are still very adherent to older ways of doing things through competition, us versus them, using whatever means are necessary to achieve a desired end, even if the means create harm, etc. Phrases like this is just the way the world works. Some of us are, in fact, needing to create our own endeavors that are independent of the structures that are seeming outmoded and dysfunctional. So I'm certainly here to support you in discerning whether you might be continuing in a workplace or career that is familiar to you, or whether there might be a time when you create something really new. What I love is watching people light up and lighten up by looking and feeling brighter and more at ease when they realize that what they feel called to contribute is legitimate and important, even if only some of the people in their lives see that. Some is enough, and I'm happy to be one of those people for you if you need me. I will probably share more eventually about the complexity and the rewards of this path for me and others I know, this path of soulful authenticity and contribution. But one thing I want to focus on today before I close out this video is helping you consider, what do you do with your own sensitivity, your intuition, your inklings? We are living in a time of upheaval. I strongly believe it is also a time of rebuilding, and that rebuilding phase is visible now if you look, and will become more so in the next few years. We do not need people trying to make the same old systems work with their inherent prejudices, their fears, their exclusions of the natural world and some people, their overuse or abuse of the natural world, excess competition, focus only on logic over heartfulness, etc. The time for all of that is over. What we do need are heart-centered, soulful people who know how to listen to their own inner guidance about what they're here to help create. Is it a refuge for plants or animals, a way for people to connect with nature and one another, a new building or energy system, up-leveled systems in your workplace that honor the well-being of people and the natural world, a healing technique or coaching approach, or a way to help heart-centered entrepreneurs bring forward their offerings? Maybe it's a community garden or gathering place, a way of speaking and being in your profession that more deeply honors what people and our planet need in order to thrive. When you're feeling inklings about your potential or additional contribution, what do you do? Do you suppress them and say that they're not practical? Do you feel mystified? Do you assume they're just your imagination? Or do you let them guide your creativity, your leadership, and your conversations with others so that you can find out what sort of beautiful creativity is possible for you? What I want to suggest as I close is that if you want to help nourish or heal our world, your instruction manual is inside of you. It's in your heart, your longings, your innovative ideas, your intuitive nudges. That's the kind of stuff we explore in either a coaching or an Akashic Records healing session. I would love to help you listen and help you trust what you hear within. This is the path to you living your best life. It's the path to joy, ease, peace, satisfaction, and probably also to health and prosperity. So just let me know if you want to talk one-on-one. If you don't, that's fine. I will be bringing forward some courses. I'm not quite sure when, some online courses. And I'm also starting to do some live gatherings and classes in the Philadelphia area. So I will try soon to look through this newsletter list and see if I can differentiate anyone who might be in the Philadelphia metro area and let you know when I'm doing a local live event. Recently, I've just finished two really fun classes on intuitive connection to plants. But if you see this video and you are within an hour or two of Philadelphia, whatever distance you're comfortable driving, feel free to shoot me an email, shara@alightinstitute.com. Just send me an email and I will add you to my list of local people who might be interested in a live in-person gathering. All right. Thanks so much for watching.